Hello dear, and welcome to Pipsoclock analysis for the week, August 26th to 30th. Alright, so this week we are going to be focusing on gold, we'll touch Bitcoin, and then we'll look at GBPUSD and EURUSD. Four instruments we are focusing on this week. And let's get started with gold. So now we're going to be considering the trend, the market structure, and then the key levels to look out for. And if we're able to spot possible entries, we'll also highlight it so that you can watch out for the entry levels, Okay, so let's get started with gold first. First, on the weekly performance, you see that gold recorded a higher high and higher low last week, an indication of the bullish continuation that we have that started years back. All right, so so what we're looking at now, if you consider what happened last week, it almost appeared to be an indecisive pattern that formed here. However, from what had just happened, the bulls stepping in again and pushing price up. Well, for me, the way I look at this is a trap. I see this as a trap. So watch out. This is a trap in the sense that investors will still push this up, and then those who want to go to slaughter will step in to want to buy and buy and buy, and they will take profits before the market will resume the upward trend. So be careful with buying gold at this time. Yes, it's strongly bullish, no doubt, but just be careful and find good a good setup before you want to step in. So quickly, let's switch over to 4 hours and see what we could make of this. So on 4 hours, we have the weekly pivots, the daily pivot, that's Monday pivot points. They're all lying at the same time. There's a confluence here at 2,504. So at this rate, we all have here currently, this is 4 hours time frame. So we see there is a kind of resistance up here, that's daily R1 around 25.48. So this place now, you want to really be careful. Like I said, you have to exercise some caution here. There might be a retest of the high at 2531.65. This was the high recorded on the 20th of August. So there might be a retest of it. And if there is, what we'll be looking forward to is either a break or a rejection. So, but like I said earlier on, just be cautious as you are trading gold at this time. This market structure, everything is still bullish, give it to the bulls, but be cautious and rather prepare to trade on the retracement, which is what I want to just give you a clue as to what to expect. So we're going to be using Fibonacci retracement, and we're going to work with the highest recorded on gold so far, connect it to the lowest of that's like 2 weeks ago at 24.25. So that's where we're focusing on. You could choose your own, and if we use that, it means that where we'll be looking forward to maybe attempting entry might really be around 24.77. That might be too far away. So perhaps we want to adjust it. So, but you could get that, take note of that 24.77.75. Take note of that. And then another place we may want to go for will be somewhere around here. Want to look at this. Want to look at the low here. That's the low of last week. And so we are looking at having a near confluence around 50% retracement for this week, which will be at 2501. So looking for entries for a buy around 2501, between 2501 and 2504.60 might be a good one. So because if you look at that, there's a confluence around here, 50% retracement, and the daily pivots for Monday and the weekly pivot point. So rather than trying to fight for crumbs here, up here, I think you want to wait for there to be a pullback, and then you can take advantage of the pullback around here. I think that's the much I can tell you about gold. So just watch out for a pullback and find your way in around here. And if you want to bring in maybe a technical indicator to really help you in your decision, let's bring in some moving average indicators. We bring in the 200 period moving average. Of course, it's still pointing up. We'll bring in another one. Let's bring in the 50 moving average. Okay, so I color that. Let me make that magenta. Okay, that's 50 period, and then we'll bring in the 21 period moving average. 21, and then we can use gold for that. All right, so there you have it all. So you now have, you see, so at that same level here, 50% retracement, where I mean at the where you have the confluence of weekly and daily pivot points for Monday, you have 2504. Around that 2504 currently, that's also where you have the 21 period moving average. So in fact, with all indications, I think that you should just watch out and prepare for a pullback that could drive price here. Yeah, counter trend traders can actually take advantage of what's going on here. Okay, so that's for gold, and we're going to switch over to GBP USD. So on GBP USD, we go over to weekly again. So on GBP USD, you have, it's a bullish structure that we have also. And of course, you have a bullish continuation going by what happened last week. So, but then this week, there's something I have spotted here. If you see here, you notice that last week closed at 1.32022, and then this week just opened at 1.32002. For me, this is a point that has been scored by the bears, right? And now price trying to make its way up here and it's rejected. So bulls for GBPUSD, be careful. Quickly, let's go over to 4 hours, and perhaps we may want to check daily first here before we switch over. On the daily time frame, we also have bullish structure. So we still have a bullish structure, but a statement is being made around here too. So you have to really watch it. Just like I want gold traders, be cautious, right? So let's switch over to 4 hours and look at the key levels that we're going to work with. So switch over to 4 hours on GBPUSD. And of course, I'm going to, I think that the best way for me to run this now will be to go over to, let me do something because this hasn't settled. All right, but I'm going to work with the weekly and the weekly pivot points and the monthly and then the indicators, because what's happening around here now, the market is set to settle because of the opening period for killing the broker. So I wouldn't be able to really use it to give you what I want to use. So be very clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to impose the Fibonacci retracement tool here. So this is the highest recorded last week. So let's take it to the lowest of last week. And so for GBP USD, we are going to be looking at price retracement to 1.30523 at 50% here. Okay, and all these ones here could eventually serve as support for price. I mean, so as resistance of price, testing up there and then bouncing back. So you want to be cautious about buying around here. Please be cautious about that. And if anything, you can switch to a lower time frame and look for opportunities to perhaps find sell structure or sell setup and follow it for a while. And then by the time price gets to around these areas, you begin to now consider your position on bullish. Okay, so for GBP USD, yes, is bullish, structure is bullish, but be very careful, be cautious around here and wait. So we are going to be looking at this week based on what we have here now. These are key levels to watch. We want to look at the 50% retracement at 31.30532. We also want to look at 38.2% at 1.30115. I think these two levels are really important. These two levels are really important for this week. So that's for GBP USD. So you want to be careful about, in fact, just look for opportunity to sell here. I don't want to say much more than, I don't want to say more than that, but if we switch, let's leave that, but just leave it. If you can't trade it, leave it. But then watch out for price action around these two areas, these two levels, 1.30115 and 1.3053, to watch out for price action around those two levels. I think that's the much I can tell you about GBPUSD for this week. Next is EURUSD. So for EURUSD, we go over to weekly time frame again and we switch over to EURUSD. And for EURUSD, it's a similar pattern, only that for EURUSD, it appears sideways on the weekly time frame. Market hasn't really been very strongly trending, but in the immediate time, in the short term, it's trending bullish. However, similar pattern that we saw in GBPUSD is also playing out here. You see that the open of here is lower than the close of last week. Watch out. So if we go over to the daily time frame, you see similar pattern, bullish structure, but in the immediate times, be very careful, be very cautious. Okay, so let's quickly switch to 4 hours here on Euro USD. So on Euro USD, similar. So here now that we have this confluence of the pivot points because of the way scaling opens on Sundays. After Sunday, once it opens on Sunday, it takes a short break and then resumes again immediately. Not a short break, more like it just like gives Sunday that his own slot, and then you now open Monday for the new week. So we can see here can actually serve for resistance for Euro USD. So traders, watch out. Euro USD 1.11846 level all the way up here to 1.120. This area could actually well serve as resistance zone. So you want to watch out. Now look at this: 2008, 2014, and 2001. This can well serve as triple top up here. So for Euro USD, watch out and be cautious about buying. Yes, be cautious about buying. If I were you, I'm going to be looking for opportunity to take a sell around here and then watch and see what the market will do. So you may want to join us in our Telegram channel, the VIP trading room, where we'll be picking up signals on this. Okay, but then let's quickly plot what you can use. So I'm going to use Fibonacci retracement, and I'm going to also run with the high of last week. I think that high is still higher than what has happened today. So they're almost the same. So, and the low, which is here. So the same is playing out for us. So we have this 1.2008 and this one is 1.2014. So I think it's the one we're going to use, the one that has just been recorded today. Yes, that's one we use. Okay, so it's cool, we use it. All right, so here is cool. All right, this for me is a profit taking zone. So don't rush in to buy. Be very careful, and you can see everything has slowed down around there. So next, we will now begin to look for price coming down to 61.8 retracement. You could buy a little and then wait, come out again. Look at a 50% retracement at 1.11111. Very good area. But then now you now have at 50% 50 moving average and 38.2% retracements, having a confluence, forming a confluence there. So that could actually help give us at 1.10898. So good zone. This is actually a buy zone that we can actually want to look for opportunity. Of course, if you want to mind your risk, just going by last week, you want to put your stop loss somewhere below here. All right, but if you want to stretch it further, it means that you may not be able to take a trade in the immediate times. You want to stretch it down to 2 weeks ago. So you have to really wait until price comes to this place. So any of these can play out. As in fact, the same thing can play out for GBPUSD. If I go back to GBPUSD, I could also decide to stretch this too, and of course that will mean also using the parameters of 2 weeks ago. And so either this or you use what I just fixed here for last week, just using what we had last week, because the bulls will still want to, even if the bears want to step in, the bulls will still want to resist. Okay, so that's why I prefer using last week and then we'll have this week, and then so that we can find profitable entries even before anything happens. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD. Okay, now quickly let's check out on our darling crypto, Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin in the last 2 weeks also have been recording high and higher low. So bullish continuation, though around here we can see something that looks like a flag, and this flag we see here, this weekly charts. If you look at this, okay, this is a flag. Let's see. For me, this is a bullish flag. Okay, and this for me, based on what we have here, we'll be looking forward to a break of this level here at 69,000. Right. So a break of this level could see price heading upwards, and of course, there might be a retest of this top here. That's for Bitcoin, this top here, and before it heads towards 75,000. Okay, but then the last time I think it checked out at 73,000 plus. So we'll just be looking out for a break of this level. But then on the 4 hours time frame for Bitcoin, and also considering what's happening with the moving averages, so there is um, well, we may want to watch and see what happens to price as if I let's see 1 hour. 1 hour already for the lower moving averages is turned bearish already, but then still has yet to come to test at 200 period. But let's still switch it back to 4 hour because we're looking at what we have this week. So shooting star here or pin bar here, so causing price to go down or indicating price going to go down. So all of this quietness around here may be indicating price want to go down. So you want to watch out for it. So before we get into bringing in the pivot points, so for pivot points for Bitcoin, we're going to work with this high here, the high that just been recorded, drag it down to last 2 weeks ago, or we can even pull it to this point. Last week, the low of last week. So, but I think here, was here the lowest. Let's see. Um, okay, I think 2 weeks ago it was the lowest. So apparently we can actually work with this. So there might be a retracement. Of course, that retracing down all the way here, it will be determined by this support that is struggling with here. If it's able to break through this support, and it has a couple of hours to attempt that, 4 hours to attempt that. So you want to watch out for a break of this level. A break of this level could see price, coming all the way down to test at 200 period moving average around here, which is around 61,623. Okay, so you want to watch out. But then I'm going to give you one bonus tip, and that will be I will take you to Trading View. And on Trading View, this is PEPE coin. Okay, PEPE USDT. So you may want to look at PEPE USDT. PEPE USDT actually correlates positively with Bitcoin. And with what's happening here, I want to see that based on what we have here, a retest here could actually mean if it's resisted, this is 38. This is 38% retracement, 38.2 retracement. So if price is resisted here, we have a situation where we will see Pepe, pushing up, and it might even go as high as going to look at the bullish zone or the buy zone. So it might it may go as high as going all the way to 0.000012 around here, or even what if it even covers here? So you want to also maybe whether you swap or you buy, you trade to position yourself to go bullish on Pepe coin. Yeah, so that's just a bonus tip for you. I want to say thank you to you for um, taking this analysis and the position you're going to take. So already you can see, that Bitcoin already appears to be breaking past that, but you have to wait until it closes because it might turn out to form a hammer. Okay, so uh, take a bullish stand on bullish stance on Bitcoin also equals bullish on Pepe coin. So you can see what's going on. So I think we want to draw this analysis to this point. Take advantage of just replay and take advantage of what you've done and take your position for this week. I want to see you in the next. Thank you and God bless you. From all of us at Pips O'Clock, we want to say trade to win this week. May you have green pips. God bless you.